Hi. I was here shuffling the cards to make a reading for you, and the energy seemed very similar to the last reading I made, so I thought maybe if I turn on the camera and shuffle with you, maybe I can access a different vibe and hopefully bring some good, fresh messages that will make us feel good. Bhairava Mudra assists with unity, freedom, and liberation. So yeah, I feel like there's this feeling of wanting to feel liberated from the same old stories and the same old feelings. Or maybe there is a liberation. I do feel very liberated from anxiety, from fears and doubts, and I feel a deep trust that everything is going to be all right, and that a lot is coming in, a lot of blessings are coming in, and that is making me so aware of all the blessings that I have. So perhaps this is something that you are feeling too, or you are quite excited about something that is making you feel liberation, unity, freedom. This mudra assists all the systems of the body, supports inner stillness and courage, and releases fears. So it's very simple. We just rest the left hand on our lap, facing upward, the left hand, and we lay the right hand over the left, and we allow thumbs to touch. So something like this. And we lay our hands on our lap. We lengthen the spine. We relax the shoulders back and down. And we focus on this affirmation. I honor the innate union of consciousness and bliss. So this is making me think like, why can we not be aware, conscious people, conscientious people, and at the same time be free from fears, fear-free, fears-free? Why not? There is an innate union of consciousness and bliss, and it's ours to take, right? It's ours. This is a frequency that we can align to. But we must first believe that we deserve it. We must first believe that we have the right to be free, to be liberated from whatever is creating hopelessness and stagnancy and restrictions that are not proving to be liberating. And they prove to not be a unity consciousness, because they are not allowing the unity of consciousness and bliss. So if something seems very conscious but restricts even the possibility or the feeling of deserving to feel blissful, deserving bliss. Bliss is a birthright, and the biggest obstacle between us and our enlightenment is the thinking that we are not already enlightened. And that's why the word birthright is so important here, because this is something that we are born knowing, we are born knowing this. We are blissful children as much as we can, until there is a separation. It's a forced separation between being correct, being good, being aware, and being happy. Inherently happy, inherently in love with our own existence. So this seems to me like a very deep reading about what stands between us and our liberation. And I'm looking at the number 37, which is a 9, and it's making me think of fulfillment, which is making me think of fulfillment is the key answer to how can love be free? How can we be in love but still feel free, spirited, still feel this liberation from any structures that might cause too much restriction, more restriction than is helping us. Of course, because some restriction is good. And this is fulfillment. The key is fulfillment, because if each one has their space, their time, support, and awareness and responsibility of their own fulfillment, then they won't be creating all these sandcastles together. And then they will then be two pillars, and then they can be united and be a gate to another dimension. So one time I wrote, when 1 and 1 is 3, I no longer know nothing but to love. So yes, beautiful messages coming through. If you pull some cards, maybe pull some advice around this fulfillment. I have Death on the Split and the Four of Swords. So as we stop and reflect on these things, we are allowing something to be organically transmuted, and to recognize also what needs transmutation. It helps us see which barriers are thicker, which barriers are smoother, where do we need to focus more energy and create more flow, so to achieve that feeling of being on a journey towards our fulfillment. And we know this is all very symbolic. There is no journey towards our fulfillment, right? This is everything we do is fulfilling us. Every breath we take is creating us. Every moment, every thought, every dream, every fear. And I'm thinking of that Incubus phrase, your biggest fear shall be the rescue of you. So this is a reading about recognizing what is the barrier and facing it and finding a way to accept it, because we know that as we accept it, we merge into it, and as we merge into it, we move through the density of our own selves, and the only way out is through, and that is how we find our liberation. And what seemed like massive barriers, even walls of China or big dragons that were guarding us in a golden cave as just another treasure of theirs, is just no longer is no longer scary, is no longer fearful, is no longer unintelligible. It's no longer something that is causing separation between our consciousness and our bliss. Because as we do that process of merging into something that we fear, we are navigating through its frequencies, and that is allowing us to create a map. And this is a vibrational map. And as we navigate with our compass, we become so much wiser. And we are also seeing things from different perspectives, which can be really helpful to know what do we really want and what are we going to do to get it. How strongly do we want it? Are we strong enough in our desire, in our focus, in our purpose? So to be the captain of the ship that is navigating the ship, that is navigating all of these experiences, and I'm seeing it as the ocean, the 7 seas. Each layer is one sea. Can we start this journey and not get lost in the islands of the mermaids and of the cyclopes and of the islands of utopia, lost in paradise, and still remember who we are and where we are going and what is the ultimate purpose: unity, freedom, liberation. Bliss, consciousness. I'm seeing humility attached to victory, and victory attached to humility, and there is no way to change this. And this is why we must live through contrasts before we know who we are and what does it mean for us to be here on Earth or in the clouds or wherever you are now. I'm a little bit in the clouds on planet Earth. I am in a rainy day in a rainy day, one of those rainy days where I can't really do much work. So, and I feel there's a feeling of beginning a journey that is very mystical and that can only be navigated through our intuition. And I hate using this word like that because I know that it's very difficult to kind of take the... But that's what it is. It's a very mysterious thing. Very, very mysterious thing, intuition. Knight of Cups upside down, still here. And the Page of Cups. Oh. So this is making me feel purity, innocence, bliss. This is bliss. This is that moment where we feel free and we can then be genuine, be lighthearted, be expressive in a very humble way. We can accept that we are dreamers. We are dream beings also. And our dreams and our wants and the things that our heart, that make our heart happy, the things that make our heart sing, are so important. It's so important because without these things we will never experience emotional maturity. We must go through these little challenges with an open mind and with an open heart and be genuine. And this takes practice. We need to practice being ourselves with others, being vulnerable, acknowledging the side of us that is vulnerable, that is, prone to get hurt. And that no matter how much the tendency is to put our dreams in a pocket or in a bag or in a bookshelf forever, there's this feeling of no, you need to really take it seriously. Like, this is the beginning of the whole thing. Like, without the Page of Cups, there's no Knight of Cups. And there's no Queen of Cups. And there's no King of Cups. This is realizing the power of our emotions. This is realizing the power of our heart. This is realizing the power of not knowing what we're doing, but trusting that our heart is guiding us. And when we feel a deep connection to something, it's important that we feel liberated to do that connection, because it is innate, the union of consciousness and bliss. Consciousness and bliss. This is bliss. This is bliss. And this Knight of Cups was upside down, but now it's fine now. So, what seems like a little, quite cute, quite precious, but quite like a little bit out of place, right? It's like it's a big fish for a tiny cup, and what is it? What is a fish doing in my cup? Like, this fish should be in a whole, I don't know. So it seems a little bit off, right? It seems a little bit weird. Like, it seems fishy. And that's why we put it off till tomorrow, or put it off to a rainy day, because it's like, it's just inadequate. I don't know who walks around with a fish in their cup, right? You're probably gonna put it somewhere else. But that's where it is. That's where it popped up, the little fish in the cup. I don't know what I'm saying, but do you know what I'm saying? It's like we have the right to walk around with our fish in our cup. It's our best friend. It's that side of us that is a little bit childish, but not in a bad way. It's quite in a good way. Look at this. It's so cute. It's like a lullaby or a bedtime story. It's beautiful. And then it gains momentum. Sorry, I need to take a photo. And then it gains momentum. And when it gains momentum, can you imagine? I'm imagining it like, when it gains momentum, it's a whole thing, isn't it? It's a whole thing. Things are said, feelings are felt, and that can be quite nice, or that can be quite bad. That depends. But the truth is, the truth is, I think I'm holding these cards like this, and I'm taking my sweet time, because this is quite a thing, isn't it? Like, we all have feelings and emotions we don't express, and we kind of sometimes get used to not expressing them as if it's normal. And it is normal, because we live in a world of solid matter. And if it's not tangibly productive, then I'm not excited. If it's not about how much I can do from it, then leave it for later. Leaving all that we can be, all that we can have, all that we can receive, all of the blessed life that is our birthright for later, because it's not tangible. It's a fish in a cup. God's sake. What am I supposed to do with a fish in a cup? That can become a whole stallion. And then I have to look after the stallion. And stallions are, they brave. They ride. Wow, it's this, I'm feeling this emotional complete liberation, complete freedom, spiritual freedom, emotional freedom, just being completely out of the world of shackles and moving through these rolling hills of somewhere where it's a dream, but it's real, but it's a dream. It's a dream turning real. It's a dream turning real. And I want to show you this because it's right here. It's my sodalite. And I really like the colors. So yeah, there's beautiful dream to be free. Beautiful dream to be together with everything while we are free. We know the separation is an illusion, and it's not our favorite illusion, no. We prefer the other illusion, where we're all united and we all respect with awareness, with consciousness, other people's dreams and other people's fantasies and other people's emotions and other people's vulnerability. And we take it as something good. Because we know that that is the beginning of great things, great emotional healing. They can become ancestral karma healing. It can become everything. Like I say, love is a tiny thing that we make into something massive somehow. And that's it. The little horse will grow. The little horse will grow. And you will need to be free. You will need to have space. You will need to roam and communicate and express. Show everybody their feelings. Show to the world the power of their emotion. Show everyone that this little vulnerable feeling, innocent feeling of love and having beautiful dreams has grown up and has created a whole vehicle of light and water that I use to move in consciousness and in bliss. And that's beautiful. See? It's just a fish in a cup. But this is the card of ultimate fulfillment. And it's coming right after the Five of Pentacles reversed, which means that maybe it looks like it would be a poor circumstance. Because, yeah, you are following a fish. You are going around with a fish in your cup. It's not exactly productive, right? So we are back to that idea that if it's not profitable. But the truth is that you're gonna harvest like the right thing, not just anything. It's like you reap what you sow. And this is what you reap. It's not poverty. It's not lack of profit. It's not lack of luxury or lack of comfort. It's not lack of health. It's not lack of good life. It's the good life. It's the ultimate bliss. So 3013 there in the clock, 3033. I love this. This is beautiful reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated. I hope you took something from it. And I hope you have good rest of day or night. And thank you very much. And I'll see you another time. Bye.